Hey, what's up guys? The Lone Top 10's here with another awesome video in the making just for you. The ability to drive or hop a train from Alaska to Russia or from London to New York is one that will fascinate many. It shouldn't though, because it might be possible in the future. Thanks to a series of proposals to build bridges and underwater tunnels that will link continents, this doesn't mean that we presently can drive from one continent to another. Turkey is located in both Europe and Asia and has 3 bridges and a tunnel to allow movement to and from its European and Asian regions. Here are 10 more proposed bridges and tunnels to link other continents that are identified as distinct landmasses. Alright guys, for this first one we got number 10, Saudi-Egypt Causeway, which is located between Asia and Africa. So you can definitely tell where this is going to be. This is going to be located right about here. So it is located around the cities of Nabak and Hamid in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi-Egypt Causeway is a proposed bridge that will link Egypt with Saudi Arabia, which is what I just mentioned. It includes both rail and railroad networks and will be built over the Red Sea, which, while its exact location remains a doubt, some people believe it will be built between Nabak and Hamid in Saudi Arabia, which are the closest points between both countries, while making a detour at the Saudi island of Tehran, which is located here. Saudi Arabia's King Salman hinted at the intention to build the bridge during a state visit to Egypt in 2013. According to Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the bridge will be named King Salman after the King Salman Bridge after the king. Now, Saudi Arabia has plans to build the bridge, which is estimated to cost about $3 to $4 billion. It's more politics than necessity. The kingdom simply wants to prove to its regional rival Iran that it maintains a strong relationship with Egypt. Besides building the bridge, Saudi would also fund Egypt's oil needs for 5 years straight. Alright guys, we got number 9 with the Bridge of the Horns in Asia and Africa. If you want to take a look at the place where I'm going to show you where it's going to be built, here it is. Alright, here we go guys. So it is going to be located right around here at the countries of Djibouti and the other country of Yemen. So anyway, here's the description. The Bridge of the Horns is a proposed bridge that will link Djibouti, which neighbors Somalia, one of the most corrupt countries in the world, with Yemen. When completed, it will have 6 lanes for vehicles and railroad for trains. Its construction was proposed by Tariq bin Laden Construction, which is owned by Osama bin Laden, which, unfortunately, I'll have to mention that. Critics have criticized the construction of the 17.7-mile bridge, which was initially estimated to cost about $70 billion for its high cost and supposedly poor choice of location, which in this area it's going to be very prone to earthquakes. Just want to let you know. In 2008, Djibouti's Prime Minister, Delata Mohamed Delata, denied his government's involvement in the proposed bridge, saying the project fell on them from the sky. However, preliminary works for the bridge's construction have been completed, and construction is now being planned. It will be funded by the North City Development Corporation of Dubai, which will also build 2 cities called Al Noor, the City of Light, on both sides of the bridge. There will also be plans to build an airport and extensive road network that will lead from Yemen's Al Noor to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. This means it will be possible to travel from Africa to Dubai by road. The Bridge of the Horns is estimated to open in 2020 at the cost of around $20 billion. Gosh, guys, that's a lot of money to think about. Alright guys, we got number 8, which is the Bering Strait Tunnel, which is honestly the most famous one on this list, because it connects Russia with China. Here it is. Russia and North America. Anyway, so if you don't mind, Russia and North America, they will connect right about here at the tippy top, wherever Wales is, will connect with the city of Nalken. Well, somewhat very similar to that. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, the Bering Strait Tunnel. There have been several proposals to link Siberia with Alaska. First was made in the 1890s when Joseph Straw proposed a construction of a railroad between Alaska and Russia. Tsar Nicholas II adopted to a similar proposal in 1907, but never came to fruition due to the outbreak of World War I. The proposal was reawakened in 2011, this time a 65-mile underground tunnel. There will be approximately 3 tunnels. One to travel from Russia to Alaska. The second tunnel will run from Alaska to Russia. And finally, there will be in between in case of emergencies. And it will have entry and exit points with the other tunnels. Each of the 2 main tunnels will have 2 railroads, one for high-speed trains and another for slower trains, as well as 1 or 2 lanes for vehicles. There will also be pipelines for water, gas, and oil, and also fiber optic cables. The Bering Strait Tunnel is estimated to cost about $35 billion. It will take about 12 to 15 years to complete if approved for construction. Alright guys, we go on to number 7 with the Sicily-Tunisia Tunnel, which is going to be connected Italy, Sicily with Tunisia. Here we go. So, here's where it's going to be located. Just want to let you know. So, as you can see, obviously, the proposed Sicily-Tunisia tunnel would link mainland Italy with Tunisia via Sicily, which is located right out here. The proposal involves the construction of a 2.1 miles bridge to link Reggio Calabria, which is located around here, with the Vicini and, well, obviously, in Sicily. Then Sicily and Tunisia will be linked by 5 underground tunnels, 4 of which will have traffic moving in opposite directions, while the 5th will be reserved for emergencies. Researchers at the Italian Agency for Alternative Energies have called on the governments of both countries to build 4 artificial islands between Tunisia and Sicily, the rocks excavated from the tunnels. They estimated the cost to be around $28 billion. Gosh, that's gotta be a lot of money, people. Just wanna let you know. Alright, we go on to number 6 with the China, Russia, Canada, America line. Asia and North America. So, honestly, as you could tell, it is going to link the United States also through Canada. It's going to go into Alaska, Russia, and eventually it's going to go winding up into China. Alright, so using the same formula for the Bering Strait Tunnel, we can include that and connect it with the United States and connect the Bering Strait Tunnel with China. So that's how that's going to work. Now, this is a proposed railroad that will run from China through Russia, Alaska, and Canada before ending in the mainland United States. Russia and Alaska will be linked by a 125-mile underwater tunnel in the Bering Strait. China claims that construction of the tunnel will not be a problem, as it already possesses the required technology, which will have built the Fujian-Taiwan Underwater Railroad that will link China with Taiwan, being very nice to an anti-communist nation. Info regarding plans was revealed by Wang Mengshu with the Chinese Academy of Engineering. No other government official has confirmed the project, and it's unclear whether China has consulted Russia, Canada, and the US regarding it. If the railroad was ever built, it will take 2 days to travel from China to the US. That's seriously going to be a long time, guys, just want to let you know. Probably going to be the most boring railroad trip ever. Alright, next up we got number 5 with the Transatlantic Tunnel, Europe and North America. So the Transatlantic Tunnel is a proposed underwater railroad that will connect with the city of New York, which is around here. It'll connect it to, let's see here, it'll connect to London, it can connect to Paris, or it can connect to Brussels, which is located in Belgium. So, it is proposed by Ernest Franco and the late Frank Davidson, who worked on the Channel Tunnel, aka the Channel, that links England with France, which is one of the most famous projects ever done that involves a tunnel. The Transatlantic Tunnel would be built under the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. It would be anchored to the seabed by spring-loaded wires. Exactly how far below the surface of the tunnel it would depend on how much the North Atlantic warms in the future, and thus how many icebergs would be present. If constructed, the tunnel would feature super-fast magnetic levitation trains that will shuffle between London and New York in just 4 hours. However, the project has been criticized for its very high cost, which will cost around, you say, $200 billion. as well as the problems associated with the running about 3,500 miles across the ocean. Now, that won't be in reality anytime soon, because we won't have the technology till like 2009 or so. Just want to let you know, okay? It's not going to happen. Hey, we got number 4 with the Darien Gap Highway. As you can see here, it's going to connect a little bit of Panama with Colombia, which is located in South America. Now, the Darien Gap is located here, but it's honestly very hard to travel through because, honestly, there's a lot of spiders and there's a lot of forest here that doesn't want to be destructed. But anyway, the Guinness World Records recognizes the Pan-American Highway, which stretches from Pronto, Alaska to Tierra del Fuego in Argentina. That's the world's longest road network. That Pan-American Highway can work like it could connect from Alaska to Argentina without having a huge gap, is that if we make the Darien Gap Highway. That'd be a great idea. However, the highway is not a single highway, but just interlinked highways to several North American and South American countries. Yes, it is very impossible to drive from North America to South America, specifically at the border called the Darien Gap. Previous attempts to build a highway across the gap have met brick walls in the form of natives, and concerns who claim that the highway would destroy the forest. One plan to build a US-funded highway across the gap was thwarted in 1974, and another that was made in 1992 it was abandoned. Today, road drivers bike past the gap by either boarding a boat or taking an airplane, although an expedition crossed in a Land Rover back in 1959. But this is almost impossible today thanks to the presence of criminals and drug traffickers in the vast jungle. Just want to let you know, it's not going to be possible. What we got here is number 3, the Gibraltar Tunnel, Europe and Africa. So, where it's going to connect is at this island of Gibraltar. It is going to cross and wind up into, well, you guys did Morocco. So, but anyway, there is a problem to that. And I want to tell you the problem right now. The problem is, let's see here. They've been working on it since 1930, but currently the reason is because there's lots of hardened rock underneath the Gibraltar and all the way to Morocco. So it's going to be pretty hard. It's going to cost like $6.5 to $13 billion. And both countries have applied for funding from the European Union. Before sending for the tunnel, both countries proposed building a bridge, but abandoned the idea over concerns that might not withstand the wind and water currents of the region. Just want to let you know, it'll be pretty insane. So, anyway, but yeah, anyway, so we go on to, let's see here, we go on to number 2, with the Intercontinental, Peace Bridge, which connects Asia and North America. This is very similar to the Bering Strait Tunnel, except it's like 55 miles long. This is going to link Siberia and Alaska. It was proposed by award-winning structure engineer T.Y. Lin during the Cold War, and it will be built over the round Bering Strait. Lin was so serious about the bridge, they gave President Reagan a 16-page pamphlet detailing his plans for the bridge. This move internationalized his idea and won him some fans and critics. He renewed his proposal in 1994 when he upgraded his plans to include a pipeline network to transport oil and gas from Russia to North America. His revised proposal came after Russia turned its attention to the vast untapped oil fields of Siberia. The Intercontinental Peace Bridge is not Lin's only proposal to link two continents. He also proposed the construction of a bridge over the Strait of Gibraltar to link Spain and Morocco. And then finally, to end off this list is number 1, the Trans-World Highway, which is obviously the entire world. Well, probably except for Madagascar, Australia, and other islands. But all I know is that most of the world is going to get the Trans-World Highway. Unfortunately, it's going to be one of the most expensive things ever. Just want to let you know, it's going to probably cost like trillions of dollars or something like that. Well, definitely trillions, septillions, sextillions, you know, it's going to cost a lot of money. There will be lots of oil pipelines, gas, water pipelines, communication cables, and guess what? It's going to take forever. I mean, everyone's going to die. Well, I guess whoever was born in the 2000s will probably die once that thing gets completed. Sorry, but that's how it's going to work. Anyway, that is it, guys. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and see you guys next time.